CBDO of Hacken. My background is in cybersecurity and I'm crypto since 2014. I've been surviving a lot of crypto winters and hope to survive the next one, the actual one. So Hacken is the blockchain security auditor. We've been on the market for the last 6 years and doing different kinds of security engagements, starting from smart contract audits, blockchain protocol audits. We do penetration testing for wallets, for crypto exchanges, and bug bounties as well. So, who has ever been hacked here? It's not that much, it's good. And who has a crypto wallet? Who has atomic wallet? Have you been impacted? Okay, luckily. I don't know if you're following, but today and yesterday the atomic wallets users are getting hacked, and the damage is around 35 million by now, so be careful. And if we're talking about security in DeFi, it's a big topic and we see the damage is just growing. Whatever we do, it's not enough. And it's important to take security seriously and start from the beginning, like the previous speaker told, that it's better to do security from the day zero when you start playing your project. It would be way cheaper than to do this in the end. So nowadays, security is not a feature anymore, it's an integral part of any project. And if you don't have security in place first, that would be very difficult to move forward, to scale, and all time you're at risk, and you could not even understand this risk. What's the biggest crypto hacks you heard recently? Any guesses? Over 100 million?
Axie Infinity?
Okay, it was like a long time ago already in crypto. Anything else? Okay, the recent one, not like recent, the recent one was about Binance breach hack, then it was Euler. Anyone heard about Euler hack? Okay, that was actually an interesting story because it was a happy end, because Euler protocol was able to recover almost all the funds. That happens due to their security maturity first, then by their communication. So first they were able to get insurance from one of the insurance providers. It was around $4.5 million. And then while communicating with hacker and proposing him a bounty, so they were able to get almost all the money back to their users. And this hacker was actually a really good one because some of the users started complaining that they lost almost all their life savings in Euler hack, and the hacker sent this money back to this user and even a bit more. So I mean, good hackers happens as well. The next one was about the manga markets. 150 million, and another one was a derivative exchange. It's interesting that previous hacks were mostly on the smart contract level and the technology level, and this one was on the security procedures of the exchange as well, because their private key was lost and the attacker was able to get access to their hot wallets. So, in crypto, what we have in terms of the hacks, we have not only direct damage of the lost funds, but also we have lose the trust of our community, and which is important. It's important for crypto projects. The TVL drops. In case of Euler, if my memory doesn't tell me, it was around 200 mil the TVL before hack, and it went to 10 after the hack. So it's quite difficult to, I don't know, anyone knows what's the TVL for Euler these days? It was around 10 after hack. I don't know what's that now. So what to do in this very difficult situation in crypto? And why I like crypto as well, especially in terms of cybersecurity, it's so transparent. Everyone sees the hack in real time. Everyone can track all the addresses and do something with that. In comparison to traditional finance industry, you might not even know that your bank is hacked and your money is in danger. You can just not know this information for ages, or just never. So what to do with the how to ensure that the project you're building is safe? I would start with the security first mindset. It's very important. So you think about security, as I told about the day zero, and next would be the secure software development life cycle, where you integrate security at every stage of what you're doing. Then it's good to have external audits. Once you've done everything possible internally, then you go to external auditors, then you do bug bounties and monitoring, and then insurance if all these measures didn't help you to be protected. So let's go deeper into all of them. So what is security first mindset? First is be responsible for security, because when projects are building, they're taking responsibility of someone's money, and it's important. And you should be like take care of this as much as possible as like your own money. Next, it's good to understand all the risks within the system, because while we're building a project, there is a risks on the multiple levels, not only in the smart contract level, but also in web application level, infrastructure level, organizational security level, and this all the risks you should consider while building the project. So it's good to have kind of threat model for all the assets you have using the project. Document everything and stay open. It's very important in crypto because, for example, Atomic Wallet just released yesterday that they've been like receiving some claims from users, but no other communication done yet, which is in crypto, I think that's like too long for silence, especially in this kind of cases and this scale of attack. Yeah, and be prepared to respond to security incidents quickly. So, if we're talking about the security DLC, it's good to have test-driven development first, and also do like security along all the way. Do penetration testings, do code reviews, and monitor all the perimeter. So, as for audits, how many here has passed any smart contract audit? Okay. Okay, good. So while you're building the project, it's good to have third-party opinion about your code and the vulnerabilities that might be present in there, and go to external auditors. It's good to have a couple of audits, at least in the industry, because it's good to have various views of your code. So usually it's like it's like line-by-line review the business logic, the test cases, and provide the list of all the vulnerabilities that found in code, and also how to mitigate them. What's the fixes. Once you've done this, you fix the code, the fix vulnerabilities, and usually auditors do the recheck and say like it's fine, you can release. Another interesting case happening in crypto as well. Anyone knows what's bug bounty? Okay, that's good. So bug bounty is kind of like reward policy for researchers that found vulnerabilities in a piece of code. For a specific type of vulnerabilities, you receive a different amount of bounties, and in crypto it was like interesting case by Aurora. They paid $6 million bounty for the potential damage of $300 million. So it was kind of a good prevention mechanism not to lose the $300 million. And usually it's cheaper to have a bounty in place, or at least vulnerability disclosure policy, to prevent and to have the clear communication channel with hackers that's accidentally found a vulnerability in your protocol and want to communicate this to you. They want to be ethical hackers, white hat hackers, and help these projects, not screen them. Another stuff, it's very important to be on time in crypto, especially with what's going on with your protocol, to have proper monitoring, to be aware if the hack happening is right now. It's good that you know about this first and you can react quickly. You can build your communication, prevent some future losses. For example, what projects usually do, they communicate with the exchanges. If they see that hack is happening to the protocol, they ask exchanges to blacklist these addresses and not to get deposits to withdraw money afterwards. So it's very important to be like in touch 24/7 and to prevent the huge damage. Yeah, so the cases with Eller was really good that they were able to get insurance and they were almost able to return all the money stolen. So it's good to be in time and communicate properly. Actually, that's all, and I just want to say that in crypto, and not in crypto in general, cybersecurity, it's good to be proactive, not reactive, and be ready for any future security risks, and do this in time. Thank you.